In this video, we are going to be talking about how you could have a great microphone and recording sound through hardware and also some cheap alternatives. We're also going to be covering some of the software that could help you if you are streaming online or if you want to just record some podcasts. There's some useful tips and tricks I've learned from creating content over the years. So let's get right into it. So the aim here is to help everyone get great sounding audio and some tips if you were going to be creating a podcast, streaming games, anything that you would need to make for content in 2022. We're going to get over covering that info. So again, hardware. What I'm using right now at this very moment is the Rode NT USB mini condenser mic. You're listening to it with some software enhancements, which is NVIDIA broadcast. We'll get into that later in the software section, but this was purchased by me. I've had various other mics, but this is one that I've used for traveling as I've gone abroad to Portugal and have been road tripping for the past 2 years. Another popular mic is this Shure MV7 USB, which runs for about $250. I've seen YouTubers such as Craig Adams. This isn't the quote unquote mainstream one, but I've seen that's like the XLR one, which you need a kind of expensive setup. We're covering kind of the mid range here. And then for people who literally want the best bang for your buck, no joke, it's the Apple AirPods 3.5 millimeter plug with a microphone. You can see, and we're going to play some sound from the latest Verge AirPod Pro review, how the microphone is just really good.
Disappointed by the mic on the Samsung Buds 2 Pro, but to me, the first gen AirPods Pro don't really sound all that different from the second generation of the AirPods Pro. And while nothing will ever come close to the wired Apple headphones that of course have incredible mic placement and a solid wired connection.
Just a word of caution, if you're planning to pick this up and you only have a desktop setup, you'll need a splitter to split the sound and microphone. But of course, with the headphones on laptops, it's a combined device and you'll be fine just plugging it in and having that great audio. So of course, one thing I want to cover is the placement. A lot of times when you're going to be using this microphone, with this type of microphone in particular, it could be a condenser mic where it picks up things that you're far away. But what I prefer doing is to put the sound quality or the sound levels low, and then you can monitor them in the software I'm going to recommend, or just kind of listening to it on the default Windows settings. So with some of the other microphones, you have to play around with it. But what you're actually going to be looking for is when you are speaking into the microphone, you want to be hitting this green range either in OBS or on the Voicemeeter software. And so that's just something in particular to keep in mind, is you need to play around with getting used to the placement of your microphone. And then also when you're recording content, as a tip, it's just getting used to your sound levels when you're projecting your voice and then keeping that consistent in your video. So let's take a look at what those sound settings could be and getting that good range. If you have skipped ahead or have just briefly watched this video, I'll be covering this software, which is Voicemeeter. But for those who don't have that yet, you could go into your sound settings on the bottom right, or where your headphone sound configuration is, hit open settings, and typically you want to see that your input device is selected, and when you're using the mic, you're getting that output here. Now, to go to the levels of your microphone, I might lose some content here. So here I have the desktop Rode NT selected. You right click, go to properties, and you can change the levels here. And I like to make it so that when you're talking into the mic and testing your output of the sound, you have that great, in that range where you're looking for, which is typically for most things that are showing the levels, it'll be green. So starting off with Voicemeeter, the interface looks like this. When you install it, you'll have 5 hardware inputs on the left, 5 hardware outputs you could select on the right, and then the virtual inputs. So now for recording audio, once you have your USB microphone or your 3.5 millimeter jack installed, you could just select it here. In this case, I'm going to do NVIDIA broadcast. Though if you don't have NVIDIA broadcast, you would just select the appropriate desktop microphone. And then here you're just seeing the levels. So what I like to aim for is kind of having a little bit up here towards the red. So either bump it up here so that it goes to the very top, and so you're hitting a little bit of red levels, or you could do that in the sound settings, which could be, again, what I showed previously. So once you have that set up, this hardware input goes to the 3 outputs, virtual input and outputs. And for this one, I'm selecting B1. So what that means is when you install it, there's 3 tracks, VAIO, aux, and VAIO 3. So sound comes in here. I have Microsoft Teams. I'm in a meeting right now, going to the second track, B2, and then I have some settings going to B3. And I like to dedicate this VAIO B1 as my microphone, which is again here. I know it can be confusing, but if you follow along with this video, along with other people's videos, it can really help you out in getting it tracked and ready to go. So if there's a TLDR, make your hardware input your microphone and set the B to one of them. B1, 2, 3, depending on how you want to set it up. I recommend B1 for your audio, B2 for either Discord or your podcast, however you're doing it, and then B3 for your system audio. So another thing to keep in mind is that the sound will appear here in your playback and recording devices, aux, VAIO, and VAIO 3. And then you could also see it here with the VAIO, aux, VAIO as the recording outputs. Now, going back to how you set up with OBS, I've made multiple videos on how to record and stream, but what we'll want to do is change the settings, go to audio, and then again make it audio VAIO, aux VAIO, and VAIO 3, which coordinates with B1, B2, and B3. And once you have all of that set up, you'll see here that the microphone is moving on the left. B2 can be whatever you set the B2 to be. In this case, I usually use it for Microsoft Teams, Discord, WebEx, stuff of that nature, things where I have calls. And then the last one, which is VAIO 3, Mic 3, is any extraneous media that I may want to play out. So one cool setting that you could do in Windows is when you go to Open Settings, you can go here to App Volume and Device Preferences, and then you can manually set any app where you'd like it to go. So for example, if I had sound coming from, let's say, Microsoft Edge, and I wanted to then place it to something that doesn't pick up, you could set it to the VAIO, aux VAIO, or VAIO 3. You could manually set it, but whatever you set your default one to is where it comes out from. So any default one will appear in VAIO 3, but if I wanted Microsoft Edge to not go to any track, I leave this VAIO one of inputs to blank. So feel free to rewatch this video as many times as you need until you have a proper setup, but this is what I recommend, and play around with it, because then you could have a powerful B1 track, which is your audio, and hidden input audio, so anything you don't want blasting to your streams. Then you could have this B2 be anything that you want for sounds of other people. And then V3 can be sounds from the computer or desktop sounds. That's how I like to think about it, and that's how I use it. And the last OBS configuration, which is slightly advanced, but you could go into here, is if you're doing recordings, you could choose which track to do. And I like doing 4 tracks. One track has everything. One track only has my sound. The other track only has other people's voices, and then Mic 3 only has, or soundtrack 4, only has desktop sounds. And the setting to configure that is going into the output, hitting recording, and making sure you record on 4 tracks. So that way, when you have an output, I could kind of showcase it here quickly, is if I drag something that I was recording, let's say, I think this one has so many tracks, then you could have your sound here, or all the sounds combined in audio 1. This would just be a solo recording of me speaking, and then anything here on these 2 tracks would be track A3, or the third track would be other people's voices, and then the desktop sound. And what that could do is if you have, if you're re-listening to the video clip in post and you notice that sounds aren't sounding right, you could adjust it so that maybe you come out louder, or you put the desktop sound louder. If your A1 combined track doesn't come out right, you could just delink it, remove it, and manually adjust the settings in post, which is very powerful and something really cool to do. Feel free to pause or rewind this part. The hardware input is the microphone. B1 is selected so you could record it. This one has hidden sounds where B1 is not recorded. And then the B2 is recorded for Teams, WebEx, or Discord. And finally, the desktop sounds could be recorded on the B3 track. So, folks, this is the conclusion of the audio setup guide for recording and streaming content, whether you're having Teams calls, recording WebExes, making podcasts, or just looking to start streaming. This is the setup I use. We covered the hardware options from popular YouTubers using the Shure to the one I'm personally using, to the best bang for your buck, which is the Apple headphones, which connect to a 3.5 millimeter. I'll leave a link to everything you'll need from a hardware perspective in the description below and in the comments, so you'll know what to buy, you know how to place it on your desk and how to adjust the levels so that you have great sounding audio. And then the software trifecta which you'll need, which is of course Voicemeeter, OBS Studios, and then video broadcasts. If you don't have NVIDIA broadcast, there's other noise suppression software that you could use. OBS comes with one out of the box, which you just have to put a filter on. But for the most part, you'll be using the microphone. This is just my recommendation how to set it up. There's multiple ways to set it up. But for Voicemeeter, you'll want to use B1, which is VIO, and you'll be inputting just your microphone. The hidden sounds can be configured with the Windows options that I showcased, and that could be just something that you could hear, such as music or something of that nature. Sound communication apps such as Discord, Microsoft Teams, you can see here, WebEx and Discord, I put it here, and then the B2 track. And the desktop sounds that you want recorded and on your stream will be in VIO 3 with the B3 selected. And then a cheat sheet for OBS settings. Just make sure that you set the microphones in the proper settings with the VIO 3 and aux VIO, and then make sure you do that awesome config where you make it have one track for your streams where everything is recorded. The second track only has your microphone sounds. The third track only has people's inputs or communication sounds, and the fourth track has all your desktop sounds. And again, this is what the settings look like in OBS. Feel free to pause or rewatch this part of the video. Make it have VIO, aux, and VIO 3. And when you're recording, make sure you actually record the 4 tracks. So that is the conclusion. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you have any questions on microphone suggestions or software help configuration. I'll do my best to answer all the questions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Be sure to, give me a sub if you like this kind of content, and give me some comments and likes if you just like this video. Thanks.